Star Citizen Alpha 4.3.1 Virtue's Descent is now live. Here is what you need to know. The patch focuses on the new Onyx facility content, Site B, the Apollo medical ship, new medical gameplay, ship armor and ballistics changes, dropships in Pyro, and missile updates. But there is more in there as well. So there was no intended wipe with this patch. However, I've already seen people talk about this at quite a large scale, that there was a lot of non-intentional account wipes, with CIG saying, we're actively investigating the issue with the teams at the moment. We might have found the problem, but rest assured, none of your items are lost. I believe the context of that, though, was them talking about account-bound items. Obviously, stuff that you expect to lose, like refinery jobs and consumables, they're definitely going to be lost. And I would expect CIG to try to keep your ships and gear that you bought with in-game money, but that was more just a public service announcement so that you understand that if you have been affected by that, hopefully CIG will be able to solve it ASAP. Onyx facility updates. What you uncovered in Onyx was enough to make the hardest mercs run for their lives. Despite the dangers, you made it out, but the worst is still waiting. The job's not done. It's time to go back. Site B is open, and more biological samples must be retrieved so we can comprehend what madness was concealed in this pit of depravity. It's your duty to uncover Jorot's deepest hidden secrets and put an end to this stain on humanity. The Onyx facilities have been expanded to include additional mission content and sandbox gameplay activities. These are made available after completing the original Hawkrow agency investigation missions and will task the player with uncovering more of the story surrounding Dr. Jorot's shady practices at the Onyx facilities. Players can work together to overcome new puzzles, obstacles, and combat encounters, and delve deep into the depths of a newly uncovered secret path of the facility. You can also find the new Volt Fresnel LMG there. It's pretty cool as a weapon. As it heats up, as you fire it lots, it actually starts to slow down its fire rate and increase its damage. And you can get a variety of other missions at the Onyx facilities, from merc work to hauling to bounties. But there is a story with the Hawkrow investigation missions, and that introduces you to the facilities. The missions included in Phase 1 are about accessing personnel, engineering, and research files, while the missions in Phase 2 ask you to hijack and gather data about the energy anomaly and the facility's security. In Phase 3, you go back to gather new data and explore Dr. Jorot's lab, the mysterious Site B. Go there and conduct a biomechanical experiment to retrieve more biological samples related to Dr. Jorot's work. Players will need to retrieve data from the research labs and engineering to perform that experiment in Site B. You can then trade these items at Wickelos. The RSI Apollo is flyable in this patch, and you have both flavors of the Triage and the Medivac. You can also buy these now, 260 for the Triage, 290 for the Medivac, although you can get them at their old prices, 250 and 275, with some Warbond upgrades that are currently available. Each of them comes with 2 of each of their medical modules, so you get 6 modules total with them, enabling you to have any configuration of Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 medbeds. They're also selling some medical FPS gear sets for medium, light, and heavy medics. And there's a variety of skins available for the ship. There's also a variety of ships to buy medical-wise beyond the Apollo at the moment. So you've got the C8R Pisces, the Cutlass Red, the Terrapin Medic, the Ursa Medivac. You can get all of those in-game already, actually. The Apollo won't be added to in-game stores for around 3 months. This is typically how long they have as their exclusivity period when a ship is newly flyable before it's available in-game stores. So, big part of the Apollo's release is they've also added a ton of medical gameplay updates. So, medical bed respawning and injury healing in ships and vehicles now requires a special resource, Medgel. So, bam, you heal up because you've got like Tier 3 injury, you respawn, that uses Medgel. Medgel can be purchased in medical facilities. It's 100,000 Alpha UEC for a single canister. That comes with 200 units of Medgel. These are physical items that the players must manage, store, and physically deposit into the medbed when it needs refilling. Respawning and healing tiered injuries will also be quite demanding, so make sure you top off your medbeds to make sure you've got enough for your next respawn, or you'll be sent to your home location instead of the medbed. And it's worth remembering that you are actually tying yourself to a medbed, a specific bed, when you set your spawn point. It is not the ship itself, it is not the facility, it is the actual individual bed you interacted with, and Medgel is individually stored in each of the beds. So ship medical beds can store differing amounts of Medgel based on their tier. So Tier 3 medbeds can carry 200 med units, 1 canister basically, which will give you 2 revives. You've got Tier 2 medbeds, which can carry effectively 2 canisters, 400 units, and Tier 1 have a 600 capacity. Respawning and healing tier injuries in these beds will use med gel stored in the bed itself. The beds also have a range at which you can respawn. If you're out of that range, then you can't respawn. For Tier 3, it's 50 kilometers. For Tier 2, it's 8,000 kilometers. And for Tier 1, it's 750 million kilometers. So basically, the Tier 3 ones will allow you to respawn at a mission area that you're at. The Tier 2 ones will allow you to respawn in quite a big area around a planet. And the Tier 1 ones will be like most of, if not the whole star system. Injuries will now cost a small amount of med gel to heal as well. Tier 3 injuries cost 5, Tier 2, 10, Tier 1, 20 med gel. You'll get charged once for the highest level of injury you have that the bed can deal with, and then that will clear that injury, all injuries of the same level, and all injuries of the levels below, at no extra cost. Dropships. Dropships have been re-implemented into the persistent universe in Pyro at various outposts across Pyro. Dropships will spawn when the population is reduced by a certain amount. The dropships will spawn, land, deploy reinforcements, and then leave. The reinforcements should exit the dropship and then search the area for hostiles. They should be allied to the local population. At each location are watchtowers as well, which have terminals on the top of them. These can be disabled by players to prevent dropships spawning. There's also missions tied alongside that. Ship armor and ballistic damage changes. Base armor ballistic damage reduction is now set to 38% across all ships. Previously, this was 50%, though there are some specific unique tunings as well. This means that ballistic guns will be more effective across the board against all unshielded targets. Shield ballistic absorption reduction rate has now been changed to 45%. Previously, it was 30%. So ballistics are less effective against shielded targets than they were previously. Some ground vehicles were missing the proper ballistic damage modifiers as well. This should now be fixed, and every vehicle in-game should now respect the new standards mentioned. All size 1 to 7 missiles, their explosion radiuses have been increased by 75 to 100% to help with overall missile effectiveness. Additionally, the proximity explosion fuse has been set to 0.5 for missiles and torpedoes of all sizes. There's some other little updates as well. The Gladius has improved accelerations. The Idris Medical Bay is changed to Tier 2 instead of it being the unintended Tier 1 it previously had. They've added FPS weapons to Lorville's Tammy & Sons shop. Medium rifles feel heavier with some sway. The patch has approximately 160 bug and crash fixes, 31 of which originated from the issue council. Be sure to delete your shaders folder. You can do that from the launcher as well. That will give you a much better experience with Star Citizen and avoid a lot of random little bugs. There is a Elysium patch bundle as well for people that want to buy the exclusive gear that they sell each patch as well. So basically this is a cool skin for some of the armor in game. So this is some Armortex armor with a matching backpack. You also get the new Volt Fresnel LMG and a paint for the Drake Cutlass series. I'm actually going to be picking up an Apollo of some description personally, and the heavy med armor for Zin and I really like that kind of medical evac and trauma team gameplay. It's, yeah, super appealing to me. And the trailer for Alpha 4.3.1 was just absolutely fantastic. It was like, that's the kind of gameplay that I want. I'm going to be trying to make regular gameplay content as part of my channel now, focusing on a particular role. At least that's the plan. I'm really interested to know what people think of this patch and how is it performing for you. Really, really good for me. I'm using Vulcan at the moment as well. I'm having a great time performance and stability wise. Have you got an Apollo? Are you really enjoying that? Are you going to be picking one up? Are you hating the new patch? Are you loving the new patch? What do you think of the Site B areas of the Onyx facilities? Have you been plowing on with those missions? Are you enjoying that? Please tell me in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Something else that you should do is click on the links to NordVPN. Oh, NordVPN, the best darn VPN that I've ever advertised on the channel. Gives you better accessibility, security, and privacy on the interwebs. An essential part of your internet web toolboxy boy. Click the links below or go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Oh, you probably won't regret it. Oh. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for this month of September we are giving away an RSI Apollo Triage, a medium-sized flying medical clinic. It also comes with lifetime insurance and access to Star Citizen with a game package. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during this month of September. If you would like to further support the channel, please remember to like, share, subscribe, watch my other videos on the channel for everything Star Citizen related. There's a load of useful links below as well to a load of stuff that I support or support me in some way with like NordVPN and all that sort of jazz, Game Glass, loads of cool stuff. But also, you could clickety-click on the join button under my videos to help support the channel even more by giving a little bit of money. Oh, isn't that good? Get a load of exclusive little bonuses as well. Or you can use Patreon to do pretty much the same thing, whatever you fancy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great September, and I'll see you in the verse.